welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me here today. Today I have a whole bunch of new products to talk to you about, including several new launches. I have some perfume to talk to you about. This is the Dirty Hinoki from Heretic. I've got the new launch from Salt New York. I've got some products from Vetted, which is a skincare company. I've got some Typology to talk to you about. I've got some Lolavie products to talk to you about, actually a lot of Lolavie to review for you. So I've got a lot to get to here. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and start with the perfume. And this was sent to me by Detox Market. They've actually sent a few of these products here that I'm gonna tell you about today. So thank you to Detox for sending this to me so I could talk to you about it. So this is called Dirty Hinoki. So obviously it has Hinoki in it. And while it's called Dirty Hinoki, I don't really get a lot of dirt in here. So when I think about dirt, obviously that's going to bring to mind maybe patchouli, some earthy notes. But let me go ahead and show you the notes before we really dive into it. So the notes in here are pine, cedar, lemon, nutmeg, and thyme. In the middle, there's Hinoki and cypress. In the base, we've got fir, alemi, olibanum, which is frankincense, ambretolide, which is a synthetic musk, and then wormwood. And I actually had to look up wormwood. I wasn't familiar with that, and apparently wormwood has a sage-like scent. So for me, when I spray this, I get a very creamy, sweet, lemony type of scent at the top. And it's really, really lovely. Now, it's interesting because when it comes to this list of notes, there really is nothing that signifies that you would have something sweet or vanillic going on, but I definitely get that in the opening of this fragrance. And it's really, really beautiful. I enjoy it a lot. And when I went on Fragrantica and looked at some of the other reviews of this perfume, other people did mention that as well, that they got kind of a sugary, sweet vanilla experience, as well as maybe like a lemon cake type of experience. It's not quite that foodie for me in terms of a lemon cake, but there is a definite sugary, creamy lemon vibe going on in the opening, which is really lovely. And then after about 15 minutes, the Hinoki does start to emerge. And even though it is called Dirty Hinoki, the Hinoki in here is not super strong. So I have several Hinoki cutting boards, and so I'm very familiar with the scent of Hinoki. And Hinoki definitely has a dry, woody scent, but it also has a little bit of a camphorous edge to it. And when the Hinoki starts to emerge, it does not have that camphorous type of feeling to it for me. So in this particular perfume, I would say the Hinoki is pretty well balanced with the cedar, and I almost get more cedar from this perfume, but you do still get a little bit of the Hinoki. So then in the dry down, I really am not getting that much fir in here. I'm not really getting that much frankincense. I don't really sense a lot of the sage from the wormwood, but I do get a lot of the ambretolide. So like I said, ambretolide is a synthetic musk, and it is a little bit of a white musky type of musk. Now I've mentioned many times on my channel when I've talked about perfumes that I really do not like a white musk, especially if it is super heavy. They tend to be very suffocating for me. But in this particular perfume, the white musk is on the lighter side. And for me, what I wrote down in my notes is it is more of a fuzzy type of musk. So it feels reminiscent to me like if you're cuddling with your kitty or your cat and you're nuzzling your nose up into their fur, that's the type of musk that it is for me. So it does lean in that white musk territory, but it is very light and it is very comforting. So it isn't necessarily my favorite dry down, but I do enjoy it, and I think it would make for a really nice layering type of perfume. Now, I will mention that it does not last for a very long time. I would say it lasts for about 1 to 2 hours. It dissipates pretty quickly. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing in my book because I don't always want to have a powerhouse, beast perfume on. In fact, I definitely tend to steer away from those types of perfumes. I do like perfumes that, wear close to the skin, but I was a little disappointed that this one didn't last a little bit longer. And I actually would have liked that opening to have lasted a little bit longer. I really did enjoy that kind of creamy, lemony, sugary type of opening that wasn't too sickly sweet or too foody. I found it to be pretty original and unique. So I wish that would have lasted a little bit longer, and I wish that the Hinoki would have been a little bit stronger and not leaned so much into the cedar territory. But I do find it to be very pretty. I think this 10 ml size is really nice. So if you are intrigued by this, this is a good size to purchase so that you're not spending too much money on the full size. So definitely worth giving a try, especially in that travel size if those notes do sound intriguing to you. Now I do want to go ahead and move into the Salt New York drop of their mood lighting, which I have really been enjoying. Now, if you're not familiar with Salt New York, their makeup does come in these tins, which are recyclable, and then you put it in your own palette or you purchase one of their palettes. And what I have here in this palette is the mood lighting, and this is mood lighting in light and this is in medium. And then up here I have 2 radiant cream tints, and this one is in rust and this one is in gold. And just to let you know, the mood lighting is a blush, highlight, and lip balm multitasker. And I do have the mood lighting on my face right now, and I do have medium on my cheeks. Let me go ahead and swatch these for you. So what I'm gonna do is put them on the palm of my hand because I feel like that allows you to see the color better than if I put it on the top of my hand. So this is the mood lighting in light. And like I said, this is the multitasker for blush and highlighter. You can also use it as a lip balm. And the texture of these is pretty much like all of the other Salt New York products, very creamy, very blendable, super easy to work with. And then this is the mood lighting in medium. And then this is the Radiant Cream in Rust, which I had never tried before. So when they offered to send me some new colors, I went ahead and decided to try this one. And then this is their Radiant Cream in Gold. And these are supposed to be highlighters, I believe, the Radiant Creams. So this is the Radiant Cream in Gold, this is the Radiant Cream in Rust. But honestly, you can use any of these products pretty much anywhere you want on your face. They are all multitaskers in my opinion. And then just to let you know what I do have on my face today is I do have the Radiant Cream in Rust on my eyelids as an all over wash. So that is this color in the pan, and then this color that I swatched out on my palm. And then what I did is I used the Westman Atelier Peau de Pêche right here that I've got. I put Peau de Pêche as a topper, basically sort of like a shimmery topper all over the top of Rust. So that is what I have on my eyes today, and I feel like it turned out really, really pretty. And then I also used the Victoria Beckham Kajal eyeliner in Cinnamon to line my eyes. And then I did use the Merit Clean Lash Mascara on my lashes, and I really do like how my lashes look today. I feel like they got lengthened very nicely, kind of fluttery with just the perfect amount of volume. So I've really been enjoying the Merit Mascara these days. And then what else? Oh, I just also wanted to let you know that I do have Merit Taupe on my lips. I did put a little bit of the Antibes, the Merit Antibes lipstick, just a tiny, tiny bit, just to add a little bit more color. And then I put the Merit Taupe on top of that. And I think I'll add a little bit more because I drank some tea before I sat down to film. So I just wanted to put a little bit more of the Merit Taupe, which I am still loving, use all the time. So I did just want to let you know what I had on my face. But let's get back to the mood lighting from Salt New York. I am going to put on a little bit more of the medium, and I do like applying this with a brush. And it applies so beautifully, and I've got a mirror down here. And it's just so smooth and creamy, and it blends really well. And I'm putting on a little bit more because I'm just gonna over apply it so that you can really see the color. So I'm applying quite a bit. I would not walk out of the house with this much blush on normally, but I just want you to be able to see that color. It is so, so pretty. I feel like it is sort of that perfect bronzer, like bronzer and blush together. And it also gives a really nice subtle highlight, and it's just so flattering. And I feel like this might be one of my favorite products that Salt New York has dropped. Actually, I mean, I feel like it is so, so pretty, so easy to use. And I just really, really, really like it a lot. So anyway, huge rave for this mood lighting, but I will mention again that I really do like that rust as a eyeshadow. I think it is really pretty. I haven't played too much with the gold, so I can't really speak to that, but just in general, the Salt New York products are amazing, and I do have other videos where I do get ready with me's with the other Salt New York products and all of their colors, and I really love them a lot. Next up, I want to mention this new release from Ojai Wild. This is their Rose Facial Phyto Mist, and this is actually a collaboration with Ray. And before I get into the product, I just want to show you their box, which is really lovely. But I do want to point out with the boxes that Ojai Wild puts out, they always have this nice little lip on their box, so you never have to worry about tearing their boxes, which I just think is such a nice little touch. So I wish other brands would take note of this nice little lip that Ojai Wild puts on their boxes. Such a nice added touch. So anyway, just thought I would mention that, as well as how lovely this box is in general. Just the branding I think is super pretty. But anyway, back to the product itself. As I mentioned, this is the Rose Total Spectrum Phyto Facial Mist, and this has organic rose Damascena distillate. And the roses are grown on the Ojai Wild farm, so everything is organic. It also has organic glycerol infused with organic rose. And there is also a organic rose Damascena flower essence in here, and that is the collaboration with Ray. So they have provided the flower essence, and there is also monk fruit extract in here. So this is going to provide hydration, elasticity, and emotional restoration. And this is a really lovely rose mist. So for those of you who are rose fans, this is a really beautiful rose mist, obviously very intentional. Everything is organic. There is the, like I said, the organic rose flower essence in here. So if this sounds like something that is up your alley, I would definitely go ahead and grab this as quickly as you can. I think these might be limited edition. I'm not sure if it's available yet on Ojai Wild, but I will get that information for you and I will link it down below so you can get your hands on one of these if that sounds like it is something that is interesting to you. Now, Detox Market also sent me the new release from True Botanicals. This is their overnight lip treatment. And what is interesting is this is a lip treatment and the delivery mechanism is a doe foot wand. So usually overnight lip masks come in a jar, so this is a doe foot. So for those of you who don't like dipping your fingers into a jar to get out your lip product, this might be something that is interesting to you. Now, the hero ingredients in here are Tsubaki oil, which I believe is Camellia japonica seed oil, which is different than green tea, you know, different than the Camellia sinensis. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but it is different than green tea oil. So Tsubaki oil is also called Camellia japonica. There is red raspberry seed oil in here and Arctic cloudberry. So that's the trio of ingredients that True Botanicals is highlighting in here. There's also castor seed oil in here and coconut oil. This is quite thick, so it feels very lovely going onto your lips. I will say though that this doesn't last quite as long as I would like it to. So this does not last overnight for me. So I don't use this overnight. I do have this in my kitchen. So when my lips are feeling dry during the day or, you know, while I'm making dinner or whatever, doing the dishes, I will use this and I am enjoying it, but it is not something that I would necessarily purchase on my own in the future. So I'm very happy to have it. I will definitely use it till it is empty, but not something that I would get personally for myself in the future. But I will say again, if you are somebody who does not like dipping your fingers into a pot for an overnight mask, this is something you might want to look into if you like a doe foot applicator. And I will also say that if you are a big fan of True Botanicals and you place orders with them frequently, this might be something you are curious about and you want to purchase, you know, especially if you're trying to get free shipping or something, and this puts you over the edge to get free shipping, you know, you might want to add this to your cart. So yeah, those are my thoughts on that. I am going to move into skincare. I have a few skincare items to tell you about. I was super curious about Typology and I wanted to give them a try. So I placed an order a while back, and one of the things that I got was their firming night cream. This does have retinol in it, and I have really been liking this a lot. I really love the texture of this, even though they call this a cream, and I'll show you that texture there. It is not super thick. I would say it's a little bit more of a lotion, more so than a cream, But the texture, let me get that cap out of my hands. The texture is really, really lovely. I love the slip of it. And no, there's not dimethicone in here. And it doesn't really have a dimethicone type of slip to it, but it does feel very smooth and very slippy, and it absorbs into the skin very readily. So when you use it at night, it does not leave your skin feeling greasy at all, and it absorbs into the skin very quickly. So I really do appreciate that. And there is no scent to it, so absolutely fragrance-free, which I also really enjoy. So I'm super happy that I got this. Love having another delivery system of a retinoid. So I do have my retinoid oils, or retinol oils, actually I should say specifically, which I have been really enjoying, but I also like having the option of a cream/lotion. I also really love the packaging of Typology, so big rave for this. And I am planning on doing a retinoid update coming soon. So I will be doing a roundup of all of the retinoid products that I have and doing a little bit more detail on what the ingredients are. But I did want to let you know that I am really enjoying the firming night cream from Typology. And I did actually forget to mention when I was talking about what makeup I have on my face today, I do have the Typology tinted serum on my skin. That's what I have all over my face today. And I am really enjoying this product too. And I do have another video in the works where I am going to be talking a little bit more in depth about this product, but I did want to let you know that I do have this product. I did pick it up and I am really enjoying this one as well. So I will say overall, big rave for Typology overall. I've been super happy with everything that I have purchased from them. Now I am going to move on to a brand called Vetted. They reached out to me to see if they could send me some things, and I checked out their website and I was very impressed with how their website was organized. All their products are created in the United States, and I just liked how they were very transparent about all their ingredients. They back up all the reasoning for why they're using certain ingredients with clinical trials or clinical data. And yeah, I just was very impressed with them. First, I want to show you actually how their packaging arrived. So the products that I chose arrived in this very small box, which I appreciated. They did not arrive in a larger, secondary, craft box in a brown box. It just came in this smaller box, and then you slide it out of this sleeve, and then the products were inside here. And then this is what the package actually looked like. So I was just very impressed right off the bat what the packaging looked like and how it was shipped to me. So these were the boxes. But I will say though that one of the products that I chose, this was their moisturizer, their M1, does not seem to be available on their website right now. So it doesn't say out of stock, it's just not on their website. So I don't know if they have discontinued it or if it's just not available at this moment. I'm not exactly sure what's going on with their light moisturizer. But I will say that of the two products that I chose, this was the one that I was least impressed with. I mean, I wasn't unhappy with it, I just wasn't super impressed with it. There just wasn't anything super special about it. I have other moisturizers that I find to be much more elegant, more pleasant to use. This just seemed kind of basic to me. So I don't really have much to say about this moisturizer, and it doesn't seem to be available anyway. So it doesn't really make sense to talk about their light moisturizer anyway. I will say though that they do have an M2, which comes in a jar that I saw on their website. So I don't know, maybe they've discontinued M1 and they just have their M2, which I would actually be curious to try. Their thicker cream, like I said, it comes in a jar, so that seems to be their more heavy duty moisturizer. But when it comes to their retinoid serum, I am very impressed with this one. This one has great ingredients. So the retinoid in here is HPR, the hydroxypinacolone retinoate. So that is an excellent retinoid that is very effective, that tends to not create irritation for most people. It also has aloe leaf juice, it has caprylic capric triglyceride, has squalane, and it also has gluconolactone, which is a PHA, so that is a gentle chemical exfoliant, and it also is an excellent humectant. So this just has really great ingredients, and I will show you the texture of this one. So even though it kind of looked like a lotion coming out of the pump, this one is a serum. So it becomes more liquidy as you distribute it over the skin. So yeah, definitely more of that liquidy emulsion type of a serum, not a cream at all. Now I do want to mention that this one does have a scent, but it is not fragranced. I think that the scent that I'm smelling just comes from the ingredients itself. So kind of like the raw materials of the actual product, not any kind of a, fragrance or any kind of like a masking type of situation going on here, which I do really appreciate because I just cannot stand when products have, synthetic fragrance, really highly floral fragrances that are hiding the scent of the ingredients. I would just actually rather smell the ingredients themselves. And it's not offensive in any way. It just kind of smells almost like salty, nutty type of scent. It's just kind of interesting, not offensive at all. It dissipates very quickly. It doesn't bother me at all in any way. And it would not be a deal breaker for me at all when it comes to this particular product. But I thought I should just let you know that there is a scent to it. But as I mentioned, it's just the scent of the actual ingredients. It is not a fragrance or synthetic-y fragrance at all. So anyway, moving past that, I think this is a really interesting brand. I'm super interested in following them and seeing what they do in the future. I really appreciate their transparency. I like their shorter ingredient list. It's not loaded with a bunch of filler or stuff that doesn't need to be in there. Just seems very no nonsense. And I just really appreciate their branding, their packaging, and just a really interesting brand to check out. And they did actually give me a code too. It is Trish15 for 15% off if you do want to check them out. All right, so let's go ahead and move into hair care. Like I said, I've got a lot of stuff from Lolavie to talk about. I'm gonna go ahead and start with their restorative shampoo. And I have got to say, I love this stuff. I've used it several times now, and I've been super impressed by it. This is for all hair types. And the reason why I love this shampoo so much is because I actually have very thick hair, and even though it looks straight right now, that's because I straightened it with a flat iron, but I typically have quite wavy hair. It does lean a little bit on the curly side, and it can get quite frizzy at times. So it can be pretty hard for me to distribute shampoo through my hair unless it has one of those textures that allows it to just glide through your hair as you're distributing it, under the shower. So this one is one of those shampoos where when I put it into the palm of my hands, it just glides right through my hair. I don't have to work too hard to get it to distribute through my hair. So it's easy to use. It distributes really easily. It feels great massaging it onto my scalp. It lathers really beautifully. It smells really nice. It has that signature Lolavie scent, which is a mild citrusy, slightly floral scent, maybe just a little bit of jasmine, but not overpowering at all. Just very, very pleasant. I really enjoy the scent of their products. And yeah, I'm just really impressed with their restorative shampoo. It is one of those shampoos where I look forward to washing my hair, which is saying a lot because I typically do not like my wash days. I only wash my hair, condition my hair about once a week because it is a project. So anything that can make washing my hair more pleasant is saying a lot, and I really do enjoy washing my hair with this. Now, the other shampoo that they sent me is their Exfoliate and Detox Scalp Shampoo. So again, this is for all hair types, and because it is one of those exfoliating detox shampoos, it does have charcoal powder in it as well as AHAs. Now, this is the only product from them that I have used that does not have their signature scent. This has more of that peppermint type of scent that you can kind of feel that cooling sensation on your scalp. Now, I am not one who uses these types of shampoos on a regular basis, and maybe I should. Maybe I should use these, once a month, and I can just see if it has any type of a difference on my hair health or my scalp health. But being somebody who doesn't typically use these because I don't particularly enjoy them, this was really easy to use. Again, I felt like I was able to distribute this shampoo into my scalp a lot easier than other exfoliating shampoos that I have used in the past. The lather was really lovely. I enjoyed the scent, and it was very easy to use. Now, after using it only one time, I can't say I noticed any huge difference in my scalp or my hair, but I did enjoy using it. And like I said, I found it easy to use. So those are two huge things for me in terms of using shampoos. So if you are somebody who likes the detox type of shampoos for your scalp, I would definitely check this out. Now, moving on to conditioners, I have their restorative conditioner, which has a vegan keratin complex. Again, this has the signature Lolavie scent. I liked this, but I can't say I loved it. And the main reason for that was I felt like I had to use too much of this conditioner to get it to do what I need a conditioner to do. And what I need a conditioner to do for me is it needs to be easy to get through my hair, and I also need it to be a really good detangler. So before I get into the shower, I brush my hair to detangle it. And then when I have conditioner in my hair, I comb it through my hair with a wide tooth comb. So I need the conditioner to allow that comb to get through my hair really easily. And I felt like I needed to use a lot of this conditioner in order to be able to do that. So while I liked it, and once I had enough conditioner in my hair to be able to do that, it felt fine, and I feel like it conditioned my hair pretty well. I just think I'm gonna go through this tube of conditioner way too fast. So while this was sent to me in PR, in the future, if I bought this with my own money, I just don't think that this would be a good value. And the conditioner that I use on a regular basis is the Giovanni 50/50. And that does a really excellent job of detangling my hair when I'm in the shower, and I get it in bulk at my local, grocery health food store. So something has to be pretty darn good for me to totally make the switch over to not continuing to use that conditioner. So I just don't think I would purchase this in the future. But I would say if you have fine hair, if you tend to lean a little bit oily, this I think might be a good conditioner for you to check out, because I don't think it's going to weigh your hair down too much. Now, they also sent me their intensive repair treatment, and this has a biomimetic peptide, which is going to rebuild your hair bonds. Now, I've only used this one time, and this, unlike the other conditioner, unlike the restorative conditioner, this did allow my comb to get through my hair a little bit easier. I didn't feel like I needed to use quite as much, which I think would make sense because it shouldn't, because this is also a lot more expensive and it is a intensive repair treatment. So I need to use this a few more times to, I think, really get a sense of how this is affecting my hair health, if at all. So I do need to say, stay tuned on this one. This will probably show up in an empties video, and I'll be able to tell you my final thoughts on it, because I do feel like I would need to use this many times to really see if it's gonna make a difference. But so far so good on the intensive repair treatment. And then I also have their glossing detangler. This is something I've used for a long time now. I've just had their smaller travel size, but they did send me their full size, which I am super happy to have. I use this after I get out of the shower. I do pumps of the Retinoid hair oil, and then I will use the glossing detangler around the front of the hairline to help decrease the frizzies, and then I just let my hair air dry. That's typically what I do in terms of, styling my hair, is just letting it air dry. But anyway, this is a lovely product. I absolutely love it. So in terms of what this does for your hair, it's going to protect from heat styling, which is good because I've actually been using a flat iron a lot more frequently than I ever have in the past since I cut my hair. This also detangles, shines, and it smooths and protects. So huge rave for the glossing detangler. I really do love this stuff a lot. And then finally, they sent me their Perfecting Leave-In Conditioner. Now, I am not a leave-in conditioner person, but I felt like it would be good to just give it a try so I could also tell you guys, what I thought of it, especially if you are a leave-in conditioner type of person. So on their website, they say that this is supposed to hydrate, defrizz, and repair. So when I washed my hair yesterday, I actually did use the shampoo, and then I used my regular Giovanni 50/50 conditioner, and then I did not use the Retinoid hair oil or any other product. I just used the leave-in conditioner, and then I let my hair air dry by itself. And I didn't really love how my hair air dried. I felt like it needed a little bit more weight to it, which I do get from the Retinoid hair oil. So I don't think this is something that I would use by itself. And I actually have used it in conjunction with the Retinoid hair oil, and then I felt like it was too much. So I feel like hair oil is the way to go for me and my hair texture. I just don't think that leave-in conditioners work for me. But having said that, if you are a leave-in conditioner person, this is really nice. I love the texture. I love the scent. I feel like it will do a really nice job of decreasing the frizzies. I just don't think that for what I want, it gives me that feeling and texture that I want from a styling product. So I did feel like I needed to flat iron my hair just to kind of calm things down a little bit. It just didn't provide the wave and kind of the curl that I want in my hair. I'm very specific about how I want the waves in my hair to look, and the leave-in conditioner just didn't quite do it for me. So that's why I felt like I needed to straighten my hair, not only for this video, but just sort of for life in general, because I do have to live with my hair for about a week before I wash it again. So I just don't really love leave-in conditioners, but I did feel like I wanted to give this a try. So I will be passing this on to a family member or a friend. I actually might give this to my husband to try to see if he likes it. But anyway, I personally don't love leave-in conditioners. Did feel like I wanted to give it a try, but for those of you who do like leave-in conditioners, I would definitely give it a try. And then lastly, I do have a couple more hair care things to talk about, and that is from Innersense. Detox Market also sent me the Innersense Hair Renew Scalp Hair Bath and the Hair Renew Soothing Conditioner. Now, the Hair Renew Scalp Hair Bath is supposed to refresh and moisturize your scalp, and it does have a scent of peppermint and sage and rosemary. Now, this was another one of those shampoos that I felt like I had to work a little bit too hard to get through my scalp. It was sort of like, you know, if you have thick hair and the shampoo doesn't have that nice slip to it, sometimes it just sort of feels like you're hitting a wall, you know, and then you've got to add more water, and then you got to work it a little bit more through your hair, or you got to add more water into your palm, and then it just kind of becomes a little bit too much of an effort. So that's kind of what I found with this particular shampoo, the Hair Renew Scalp Hair Bath. And then as I was washing my hair, I felt like my hair started to get that straw-like feeling, which I just don't really love. What's interesting though is after I did all my whole routine and I used the hair oil, and I can't remember what I used. I probably used the Lolavie detangler, or I used the Josh Rosebrook spray hair serum. You know, my hair felt fine and I thought it looked really good afterwards. But I just don't know if I love that feeling of being in the shower and my hair feeling like that. So I will go ahead and finish this up, but this is definitely not something I would repurchase in the future. Like I said, this was sent to me by the Detox Market, but you know, I want the experience of the shampoo and, you know, shampooing my hair. I want it to be pleasurable, like I said, how it was with the Lolavie restorative shampoo. I just didn't get that with the Innersense experience. Now, in terms of the Hair Renew Soothing Conditioner, this is a treatment conditioner that is supposed to seal the cuticle of damaged strands. Now, similarly to the Lolavie restorative conditioner, I had to use so much of this conditioner to get it to do what I want it to do, which is help detangle my hair, and also just the feeling I want to get from the conditioner. I think I had to use about half of this tube to get to that point with this conditioner. Now, having said that, once I did, I feel like it did a really good job, and I did use these two in conjunction with each other now that I think about it. And like I said, my hair looked great. I think it felt great. I was very happy with how my hair looked for that week. But I just don't want to have to use that much of a conditioner. This is an expensive product. And as I mentioned before, I like my Giovanni 50/50 shampoo and conditioner, and I don't think my hair looked that much better using the Innersense than it does using the Giovanni 50/50. So those are my thoughts on the Innersense. They are lovely products, but just not quite for me. So that wraps it up on the new products that I have to tell you about. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I would love it so much if you would give me a thumbs up. And if you have not subscribed yet, I would love it if you would do so, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.